Welcome back to 1111, the Jesus Miracles Now. Here we believe no problem is too big for Jesus. Stay tuned for life-changing prayers, miracles, and messages sent just for you. Subscribe and join our faith family. Beloved one, this message is not arriving by accident. It is finding you at a moment when your spirit is more open than you realize, even if your heart has been tired, guarded, or uncertain. Archangel Michael comes with a sword of truth and a shield of divine protection, not to confuse you, but to make clear what heaven has already seen unfolding around your life. There is a sacred movement happening behind the scenes. There is a soul, a beautiful soul, who has been thinking of you more deeply than you know. This is not a passing attraction, not a shallow fascination, and not the kind of connection that fades when tested. This is something weightier, something spiritual, something that carries the energy of promise, covenant, and divine timing. A beautiful soul wants to marry you, and what is about to be revealed may truly shock you. Not because it is random, but because it is more meaningful than you expected. For a long time, you may have wondered whether real love was still written into your story. You may have smiled for others while quietly carrying disappointment inside. You may have known what it feels like to give love, loyalty, and honesty, only to be misunderstood, overlooked, or abandoned by people who were not sent to stay. Yet Archangel Michael says that your tears were not ignored, your prayers were not wasted, and your loneliness was not proof that you were forgotten. In fact, what looked like delay was often divine protection. Some people could not enter your future because they were never built to honor your heart. Some doors closed because they would have led you into pain dressed up as promise. Some relationships ended because they were lessons, not lifelong assignments. And now, because you have been refined through heartbreak, heaven is aligning a connection that is not based only on emotion, but on spiritual compatibility, inner recognition, and purpose. This beautiful soul is not drawn merely to your appearance or to the image you present to the world. They are being drawn to your essence. There is something about your energy, your spirit, your resilience, your way of loving, and your quiet depth that speaks to them on a level words cannot fully explain. Even if they have not said everything openly yet, their soul has already begun to recognize yours. This is why the message carries such intensity. Marriage in this sense is not just about a ceremony, a ring, or a legal vow. It represents union, divine agreement, mutual destiny, and the coming together of two journeys that were once separate but are now approaching a holy intersection. The desire to marry you symbolizes not only love, but honor. It means this person does not simply want a moment with you. They want a future with you. They want to stand beside you, grow with you, build with you, and protect what the two of you can become together. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that before this person enters fully or reveals themselves clearly, your spirit must be prepared to receive them without fear. Many people pray for love but still carry the wounds of betrayal like hidden chains around their heart. Many ask for commitment, but when true commitment approaches, old pain begins to whisper lies. It says, "Be careful. Don't trust. This will end like the others." But Michael, the defender and protector, comes to cut those cords of fear. He comes to remind you that not everyone who approaches you carries the spirit of deception. Not everyone is sent to use you, drain you, or leave you broken. There are still souls who know how to love with reverence. There are still people who understand devotion. There are still connections chosen by divine intelligence rather than human confusion. Now, let us speak of the phrase that stands out with mystery and wonder. The name will shock you. This does not always mean the name itself is famous or dramatic. Sometimes the shock comes from recognition. It may be a name you have heard before. It may belong to someone already near your life, someone you dismissed, someone you never expected to carry such deep feelings. It may even be a name connected to a memory, a dream, a prayer, or a sign you've been receiving repeatedly. The shock is not merely in the sound of the name, but in what the name unlocks inside you. It may suddenly make sense why certain encounters happened, why your intuition kept circling around one person, or why you felt spiritually stirred without knowing why. Names carry vibration. They carry history, identity, calling, and hidden resonance. When this name is revealed, it may feel like a key turning inside a locked room of your heart. There's also another level of meaning here. In spiritual symbolism, a name represents more than a label. It represents character. It reveals nature. It tells you who someone truly is. So when Archangel Michael says the name will shock you, the message may also point to the unveiling of this person's true identity, not only who they are outwardly, but who they are inwardly. You may discover that this soul has a tenderness you did not see, a loyalty you did not expect, a prayer life you did not know, or a strength hidden beneath quietness. They may appear ordinary to the world, but extraordinary to your spirit. Sometimes heaven sends love in simple wrapping. Sometimes the greatest gift does not arrive with noise, but with peace. And peace, when you have known chaos, can feel shocking. The gift will shock you. This gift may be literal, emotional, spiritual, or symbolic. It may be a physical offering, a letter, a ring, a cherished item, a meaningful gesture, or something chosen with such precision that it reveals how deeply this person sees you. But beyond the material meaning, the gift represents revelation. It shows that this soul has not only noticed you, they have studied your heart. They understand your pain, your beauty, your strength, your softness, and perhaps even the parts of you that others overlooked. The shocking nature of the gift lies in how personal it feels, how timely it arrives, and how clearly it reflects divine orchestration. It will not feel random. It will feel like something heaven allowed to reach you at the exact moment you were ready to believe again. On a deeper level, the greatest gift may actually be the person themselves. Their consistency may be the gift. Their honesty may be the gift. Their emotional maturity may be the gift. Their willingness to choose you clearly, without games, mixed signals, or manipulation, may be the gift your soul has been waiting for. In a world where so many people offer confusion in the name of love, a person who arrives with clarity becomes a miracle. A person who speaks sincerely, stays faithfully, and honors your heart without making you beg for the bare minimum becomes a sacred answer. What shocks you may not be extravagance. It may be sincerity. It may be the rare and healing experience of being loved correctly. Archangel Michael also says this union is connected to healing. That is important. This is not only about romance. It is about restoration. There are places in your heart that still remember disappointment, rejection, and longing. There are places where hope went quiet because waiting became heavy. But divine love often enters not only to fulfill desire, but to heal identity. This beautiful soul may help remind you that you're not hard to love. You were simply placed before those who were not capable of loving you well. They may show you that tenderness is not weakness, loyalty is not foolishness, and your depth is not too much for the right person. Through this connection, heaven may be restoring your ability to trust your own worth. If this person truly desires marriage, then their intention will not remain hidden forever. Michael's energy is not the energy of endless confusion. He stands for truth, order, courage, and protection. Therefore, what is meant for you will come into greater clarity. Masks will fall. Mixed signals will become clear signals. Hidden feelings will move toward expression. Silence will give way to revelation. But this requires patience because divine timing is not always instant. A seed does not become a tree in one night. A covenant-level connection often develops through spiritual preparation, inner healing, and divine alignment. So if you feel that something is near but not fully visible yet, do not mistake hidden movement for absence. Some of the most important things are growing in secret before they appear in the light. You are also being called to prepare yourself, not from desperation, but from dignity. Do not lower your standards out of loneliness. Do not chase what is meant to come forward willingly. Do not force a name to fit this message just because you are eager for certainty. Let truth reveal itself. Let peace confirm what emotion cannot. Let action speak louder than fantasies. Archangel Michael's presence in this message reminds you that divine love never asks you to betray your discernment. Love sent by heaven will not require you to ignore red flags, excuse dishonor, or abandon your self-respect. Real love will feel safe enough to open your heart, yet strong enough to challenge you toward growth. There's a reason the message refers to this person as a beautiful soul rather than simply a lover or admirer. Beauty of soul means their heart carries compassion. It means they are not empty inside. It means they have been shaped by life, perhaps by their own battles, and yet they still carry kindness. They know pain, and because they know pain, they may recognize the value of gentleness. They understand that love is not possession, but stewardship. Marriage, to such a soul, is not performance. It is sacred commitment. They do not seek you merely to complete an image or satisfy loneliness. They seek union because your spirit speaks to something eternal within them. They feel that with you, love could become something honest, whole, and blessed. This message may also point to divine surprise. Often, when people imagine who will marry them, they create a picture from past preferences, patterns, or fantasies. But heaven does not always choose according to human habit. Sometimes the soul who is right for you does not match the old pattern because the old pattern was part of the problem. Sometimes the one who is sent carries a different energy, steadier, deeper, calmer, more mature, more spiritually grounded. That difference may be what shocks you. You may realize that what your soul truly needed was not what your wounded heart had once been chasing. And in that realization, there is freedom. There is healing. There is the beginning of heating signs, feeling unusual peace, sensing someone in your spirit, or experiencing vivid dreams. This script can be read as a symbolic confirmation that something is shifting in your emotional and spiritual world. However, Michael's guidance is always rooted in discernment. Not every sign is a final answer. Not every feeling is destiny. The truth will be confirmed through peace, consistency, and integrity. Watch what is revealed over time. Listen to how your spirit responds when this person is near. Notice whether the connection inspires fear and chaos, or whether it stirs calm, courage, and clarity. Divine connections may come with intensity, but they do not drag you into darkness. They bring light. And if you're wondering whether you're truly ready for such a love, hear this clearly. Readiness does not mean perfection. You do not need to have every wound erased, every question answered, or every part of your life fully arranged before love finds you. But you do need honesty. You need willingness. You need the courage to receive what you once feared would never come. You need the humility to let yourself be loved without suspicion controlling every step. You need faith strong enough to believe that your story is not over and that heaven is capable of writing a better chapter than the ones that hurt you. Michael's message does not come to flatter your emotions. It comes to strengthen your spirit for what may be approaching. So if this message has reached you deeply, take it as an invitation to stay open, prayerful, and discerning. Do not obsess over the name. Do not chase the gift. Instead, align yourself with the meaning. The meaning is that love may be closer than you think. The meaning is that someone's heart may already be turning toward you with serious intention. The meaning is that divine protection has kept you from lesser connections, so you could be preserved for something more sacred. The meaning is that marriage, in its highest form, is not only romance. It is partnership, destiny, shelter, and shared purpose. And the meaning is that what shocks you most may not be the person's identity or the gift in their hands, but the realization that after all you have been through, love still found its way to you. Archangel Michael's final word in this message is this: do not fear divine surprise. What is sent from light will carry peace. What is truly for you will not need manipulation to remain. What is blessed will grow in truth. The beautiful soul who wants to marry you will not appear as a punishment, a burden, or a test of your suffering. They will come as an answer, a mirror, a companion, and a gift. Their name will awaken recognition. Their gift will reveal intention. Their presence will expose what false love never could. And when the moment arrives, you may look back and realize that heaven was preparing both of you long before either of you understood the plan.